Am I on? Are we live? Can anyone check?
Yeah, Mark's checking.
Mark, are you still with Darren?
Just
Live
checking.
on Facebook or?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be. Do you see?
Thank you very much. Good afternoon and welcome to the Tibet Center at 502 North Ridgewood Road in South Orange, New Jersey. This afternoon we're going to start the sadhanas with a White Tara prayer, which you can find in the FAQ section on the website if you scroll all the way down. Okay, here we go. In the space in front of myself appears a four-petaled white lotus flower. In its center sits White Tara, an emanation of my root guru, who initiated me into White Tara. The center front petal represents all the gurus, the left all the Buddhas, the right the Sangha, and the back the Dharma in the form of books. I and all beings limitless as the sky, from this day until enlightenment, take refuge in the glorious holy gurus, in the perfect Buddhas, in the sacred Dharma, in the exalted Sangha, and the assembly of deities surrounding noble White Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel. I and all beings limitless as the sky, from this day until enlightenment, take refuge in the glorious holy gurus, in the perfect Buddhas, in the sacred Dharma, in the exalted Sangha, and the assembly of deities surrounding noble White Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel. I and all beings limitless as the sky, from this day until enlightenment, take refuge in the glorious holy gurus, in the perfect Buddhas, in the sacred Dharma, in the exalted Sangha, and in the assembly of deities surrounding noble White Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel. I prostrate and take refuge in the Guru and the three jewels. I pray for your blessing. In order to attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of beings, I undertake the meditation and recitation of noble White Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel. I prostrate and take refuge in the Guru and the three jewels. I pray for your blessing. In order to attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of beings, I undertake the meditation and recitation of noble White Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel. I prostrate and take refuge in the Guru and the three jewels. I pray for your blessing. In order to attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of beings, I undertake the meditation and recitation of noble White Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel. Now dissolve the objects of refuge into White Tara, who herself dissolves white light into your central channel, becoming of one taste, and you yourself arise as White Tara, adorned with the three letters Om, Ah, Hum, and inside the Hum is Tum. Om Vajra Amrita Kundali Hana Hana Hum Pe. Om Svababa Shuddha Sarva Dharma Svababa Shuddho Ham. Everything becomes emptiness. From within emptiness arises Om, from which arises a spacious and vast torma vessel formed of gems. Within the vessel the Om melts into light and becomes celestial substances, drinking water, bathing water, flowers, incense, light, perfume, water, food, and music, luminous, unobstructed, vast as the sky. The tum in my heart sends out terrifying deities, which purify the offerings from the demons of attachment to self-existence of the offerings, misconception and wrong view. And after having chased the demons away, the deities reabsorb back into my heart. Om Argama Hom, Om Padyama Hom, Om Pushpea Hom, Om Dupea Hom, Om Alokea Hom, Om Gandhea Hom, Om Navidya Hom, Om Shabda Hom. In an instant, I reappear as a luminous white noble one. From the tum in my heart, lights radiate, invoking Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel from the Patala, and also invoking multitudes of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. They appear in the sky before me. The lights then dissolve back into my heart. With a crown of their heads, Devas and Asuras bow to touch your lotus feet. To she who saves from all misfortune, to the liberating mother, I prostrate and give praise. Om Aryatara Saparivare Argam Prachitom Soha. Om Aryatara Saparivare Padyam Prachitom Soha. Om Aryatara Saparivare Pushpe Prachitom Soha. Om Aryatara Saparivare Dupe Prachitom Soha. Om Aryatara Saparivare Aloke Prachit Hum Soha. Om Aryatara Saparivare Gande Prachit Hum Soha. Om Aryatara Saparivare Navidya Prachit Hum Soha. Om Aryatara Saparivare Shabda Prachit Hum Soha. I take refuge in the three precious jewels. I confess all negative deeds. I rejoice in the merit of all beings. I maintain the enlightened attitude. Until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the exalted Sangha. In order to accomplish it for myself and all others, I generate the enlightened mind, and having generated this enlightened attitude, I invite all beings to enjoy the supreme bliss. In order to benefit beings, may I attain enlightenment. I take refuge in the three precious jewels. I confess all negative deeds. I rejoice in the merit of all beings. I maintain the enlightened attitude. Until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the exalted Sangha. In order to accomplish benefit for myself and all others, I generate the enlightened mind, and having generated this enlightened attitude, I invite all beings to enjoy the supreme bliss. In order to benefit beings, may I attain enlightenment. I take refuge in the three precious jewels. I confess all negative deeds. I rejoice in the merit of all beings. I maintain the enlightened attitude. Until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the exalted Sangha. In order to accomplish benefit for myself and all others, I generate the enlightened mind, and having generated this enlightened attitude, I invite all beings to enjoy the supreme bliss. In order to benefit beings, may I attain enlightenment. May all beings have happiness and the cause of happiness. May all beings be free of suffering and the cause of suffering. May all beings never be parted from supreme happiness, which is beyond suffering. May all beings remain in great equanimity, which is beyond attachment and aversion. May all beings have happiness and the cause of happiness. May all beings be free of suffering and the cause of suffering. May all beings never be parted from supreme happiness, which is beyond suffering. May all beings remain in great equanimity, which is beyond attachment and aversion. May all beings have happiness and the cause of happiness. May all beings be free of suffering and the cause of suffering. May all beings never be parted from supreme happiness, which is beyond suffering. May all beings remain in great equanimity, which is beyond attachment and aversion. Om Svabhava Shuddha Sarva Dharma Svabhava Shuddhoham. Everything becomes emptiness. At this point, do meditation on emptiness of oneself, of the yidam, of the mere nominations, of skandhas and elements for a brief moment. From within emptiness appears Pam, which becomes a white lotus, and an Ah, which becomes a moon disk. On this is my mind in the form of a white Tam, radiating lights, which accomplishes the two benefits. On top of the lights are offering goddesses, bringing offerings to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and returning, bringing the blessings and knowledge of them back. On the bottom, the lights are Taras, transforming all beings into the state of Tara, and all the Taras return. The lights and Taras return, completely transforming me into a noble wish-fulfilling wheel. My body is white. I have one face and two hands. My right hand is a mudra of excellent generosity. At the level of my heart, the first and the fourth fingers of my left hand hold the stem of an upala flower, which has 3 stalks. The center stalk is blossoming, the right has fruit, and the left is closed. These 3 represents the Buddhas of the 3 times. I am adorned with jewels, and I am wearing various silk garments. At my back is a moon disk, and at my feet rests in the Vajra position. At my forehead is a white Om, at my throat a red Ah, and at my heart a blue Hum. Upon a moon disk in my heart is a white Tam. It radiates lights and invokes from the Patala in the south the noble wish-fulfilling wheel surrounded by Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Ja Hum Ba Ho. Again from my heart, the lights of the seed syllables radiates and invites the empowerment deities. I request you to bestow on me your empowerment. Upon this supplication, the deities hold a vase filled with the nectar of wisdom. Om Sarva Tathagata Abhishekata Samaya Shri Ahum. They bestow empowerment with nectar, filling my body and purifying all stains. The excess overflows at my crowns and transforms into Amitayus Buddha. Om Vajra Amrita Kundali Hana Hana Hom Pet. Om Svababa Shuddha Sarva Dharma Svababa Shuddhoham. Everything becomes empty. From within emptiness arises Om, from which arises the spacious and vast Torma vessel formed of gems. Within the vessel the Om melts into light and becomes celestial substances, drinking water, bathing water, flowers, incense, light, perfume water, food and music, luminous and unobstructed, vast as the sky. Om Argama Hum, Om Padyama Hum, Om Pushpea Hum, Om Dupea Hum, Om Alokea Hum, Om Gandhya Hum, Om Navidya Hum, Om Shabda Hum. Om Tare, Om Tare, Sapariware, Argam Prachitum Soha. Om Aryatare, Sapariware, Padyam Prachitum Soha. Om Aryatare, Sapariware, Pushpe Prachitum Soha. Om Aryatare, Sapariware, Dupe Prachitum Soha. Om Aryatare, Sapariware, Aloke Prachitum Soha. Om Aryatare, Sapariware, Gande Prachitum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapariware Navidya Prachitum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapariware Shabda Prachitum Soha. Tare liberates from samsara. Tu Tare frees from the 8 fears. Ture protects from all sickness. Praise and prostrations to the liberating one. The activities of kindness and knowledge of infinite Buddhas appear in the form of the beautiful goddess, the one who bestows long life and a supreme city to galaxies of beings. I praise the supreme white goddess who holds the upala flower. I have appeared as noble white Tara. In my heart center appears a white wheel with 8 spokes, a hub, and 3 rims. In the center, on top of a moon disk, is my mind in the form of a white syllable Tam, surrounded by Om and Ha and the long life mantra. Om Tare, Ture Mama, Aryum Punjanjana Pushtam Kuru Soha. Further out on the 8 spokes are the 6 wisdom syllables, Tare, Ture Soha. On the inner rim are the vowels circling counterclockwise. On the middle rim are the consonants circling clockwise. On the outer rim is the mantra of independent origination, arranged clockwise. Recite silently. Multifaceted lights, the nature of nectar, radiate from the seed syllable and all the letters. The letters themselves are translucent lights. On the crown of my head sits the head of Tarya's lineage family, Buddha Amitayus. His body is red, with 1 face and 2 arms. He is holding a vase filled with the nectar of immortality. The vase rests in his 2 hands, which are in the mudra of samadhi. He is wearing silks and is adorned with jewel ornaments. He is seated in the full Vajra posture, and at his heart center is a red syllable Hri. From the Hri, Amitayus' heart, lights are emitted. Dark blue lights go out and bring back the purified element of space, which fills Amitayus' vase, overflows and descends, filling my body and making all channels proper. All diseases connected with space are eliminated. Green lights go out and bring back the essence of wind energy, and the purified wind energy fills the vase, overflows, and fills my body. All faulty winds are made proper, and all diseases connected to them are eliminated. Red lights go out and bring back the essence of fire, which fills the vase, overflows, and fills my body, and in all needs my body is warmed when cold and cooled when hot. All diseases connected with the fire element are eliminated. Milk white lights go out and bring back the essence of water, which fills the vase, overflows, and fills my body, which becomes moist and full. All diseases connected to the water element are eliminated. Yellow lights go out and bring back the purified element of earth, which fills the vase, overflows, and fills my body, and all solid elements become proper. All diseases of the earth element are eliminated, and I have received the city of long life, and my body is filled with bliss. Now, from the Ri, red lights in the form of hooks radiate in the 10 directions. My life force, which has been taken away, stolen, dispersed, and lost due to human and non-human forces, the essence of the 5 elements, the lifespan and merit of all beings, the glory and splendor of the 3 realms, all favorable circumstances and riches of the world, the blessings of the body, speech, and mind of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, all these come back in the form of multicolored lights and nectars and dissolve into the vase held by Amitayus. Excuse me. White nectar descends to the crown of my head and descends, melting into the wheel, the mantra circle, and the syllable at my heart center. It then continues to descend, filling my body, cleansing completely, purifying all the obscurations, sicknesses, negative influences, and obstacles to long life which I have accumulated. My lifespan, merit, degenerated vows, and promises are restored, and I attain the city of immortality 7 times. Om Tare, Ture Mama, Aryum Punjanjana, Pushtam Kuru Soha. Om Tare, Ture Mama, Aryum Punjanjana, Pushtam Kuru Soha. Om Tare, Ture Mama, Aryum Punjanjana, Pushtam Kuru Soha. Om Tare, Ture Mama, Aryum Punjanjana, Pushtam Kuru Soha. Om Tare, Ture Mama, Aryum Punjanjana, Pushtam Kuru Soha. Om Tare, Ture Mama, Aryum Punjanjana, Pushtam Kuru Soha. Om Tare, Ture Mama, Aryum Punjanjana, Pushtam Kuru Soha. I am surrounded by a white wheel made of indestructible metal, similar to a comb. The tips of its 10 spokes in the cardinal, intermediate, upper, and lower directions are very sharp. Turning clockwise, they cut all negative forces. Sparks burn away all obstacles and negative influences, which ignite like the burning wings of a bird. From the circle mantra in my heart center, white lights radiate, filling my body and alleviating illnesses, pacifying negative influences, negative deeds, and obstacles to long life. The lights lead through the pores of my skin. A white dome surrounds my body, and I am aware of accomplishing all activities of pacification. Again, from the circle mantra in my heart center, yellow lights radiate, filling my body and increasing my merit, long life, and the wisdom gained from hearing, contemplation, and meditation. The lights lead through the pores of my skin. A yellow dome envelops the white dome, and I am aware of accomplishing all activities of increase. Again, from the circle mantra in my heart center, red lights radiate, bestowing the ability to influence the 3 spheres. The lights lead through the pores of my skin. The red dome envelops the yellow dome, and I am aware of accomplishing all activities of empowerment. Again, from the circle mantra in my heart center, deep blue lights radiate, bestowing the ability of the wrathful actions and the ability to cut dualism and ignorance. The lights lead through the pores of my skin, and I am aware of accomplishing all activities of subjugation. The blue dome envelops the red dome. Again, from the circle mantra in my heart center, green lights radiate, bestowing the ability to accomplish all goals. The lights lead through the pores of my skin. The green dome envelops the blue dome, and I am aware of accomplishing all activities. Again, from the circle mantra in my heart center, purple lights radiate, stabilizing all cities and activities. The lights lead through the pores of my skin, enveloping the green dome, and I am aware of all cities and activities being stabilized. The 6 domes have a spherical egg-like shape. They are so solid that they cannot be penetrated even by the winds at the end of an eon. The empty spaces between the domes are filled with newly blossomed tender blue lotus flowers, which sparkle with dewdrops. Okay, while you recite the mantra, do the above visualizations as well as the following ones. Imagine a white tara in front of yourself, and with each mantra, a duplicate tara leaves the tara, comes to your crown, and dissolves into your central channel. Or meditate on the emptiness of all visualized lights, domes, etc. of oneself as tara. And the mantra, the meaning of the mantra is, please help me to develop my wisdom, my longevity, and my merit. Om, and we're going to do 1,000. Om Tare, Tu Tare, Ture Soha. Om Tare Ture Soha. Om Padmasatva Samaya Manupalaya Padmasatva Dvanapatishta Dridame Baba Sutoshime Baba Supushme Baba Anuraktame Baba Sarva Siddhime Prayacha Sarva Karma Sukhame Chitam Shriham Kuru Hom Ha Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Pajamana Muncha Pajabama Samaya Sattva Om Pet Om Padma Samaya Manupalaya Padma Sarva Dvanapatishta Dridame Baba Sutoshime Baba Suposhime Baba Anuraktame Baba Sarva Siddhime Prayacha Sarva Karma Sukhame Chitam Shriham Kuru Hom Ha Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Pajamame Muncha Pajabama Samaya Sattva Om Pe Om Padma Sattva Samaya Manupalaya Padma Sattva Dvanapatishta Dridame Baba Sutoshime Baba Suposhime Baba Anuraktame Baba Sarva Siddhime Prayacha Sarva Karma Sukhame Chitam Shriham Kuru Hom Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Pajamame Muncha Pajabama Samaya Sattva Om Pe Om Aryatara Saparivare Argam Padyam Pushpe Dupe Aloke Gande Navidya Shabda Prachitum Soha Tare liberates from samsara. Tutare frees from the 8 fears. Ture protects from all sickness. Praise and prostration to the liberating one. The activities of kindness and knowledge of infinite Buddhas appear in the form of the beautiful goddess, she who bestows long life in the supreme city to galaxies of beings. I praise the supreme white goddess who holds the upala flower. Turn to page 8. And these are the Torma offerings, which are off camera, but they're here. Om Vajra Amrita Kundali Hana Hana Hom Pe. Om Svavaba Shudaha Sarva Dharma Svavaba Shudoham. Everything becomes empty. From within emptiness arises Om, from which arises a spacious and vast Torma vessel formed of gems. Within the vessel, the Om melts into light, which transforms the Torma into a vast ocean of inexhaustible wisdom. Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. From the Tam in my heart center, lights radiate and invoke Tara, surrounded by Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. With their straw-like tongues, they partake of the essence of the Torma. Om Aryatara Saparivare Idam Balitma Kaka Kai Kai. Om Aryatara Saparivara 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 Idam Balitma Kaka Kai Kai. Om Aryatara Saparivare Argam Prachitum Soha. Om Aryatara Saparivare Padyam Prachitum Soha. Om Aryatare Saparivare Pushpe Prachitum Soha. Om Aryatare Saparivare Dupe Prachitum Soha. Om Aryatare Saparivare Aloke Prachitum Soha. Om Aryatare Saparivare Gande Prachitum Soha. Om Aryatare Saparivare Navidya Prachitum Soha. Om Aryatare Saparivare Shabda Prachitum Soha. The acts of kindness and knowledge of infinite Buddhas appear in the form of the beautiful goddess, she who bestows long life in the supreme city to galaxies of beings. I praise the supreme white goddess who holds the upala flower. Victorious noble Tara, please grant me and all beings the blessings which purify all obstacles to long life. Please grant the city of immortality. Om Padmasatva Samaya Manupalaya Padmasatva Dvanapatishta Dridame Baba Sutashame Baba Suposhame Baba Anuraktame Baba Sarva Siddhime Prayacha Sarva Karma Sukhame Chitam Shriham Kuru Hom Ha Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Pajamana Muncha Pajabama Samaya Sattva Om Pe. Whatever mistakes I have unknowingly committed by not being able to make the proper offerings and so forth, whatever misdeeds I may have done during the session, may you kindly forgive me. Please remain here together with these representations as long as samsara exists, and also grant health, long life, wealth in all of the cities. Om Supratishta Vajraya Soha. The jhana sattvas return to their abode, and the samaya sattvas dissolve into oneself. From the syllable at my heart, rays of light emanate, causing the surroundings to melt into light, which absorbs into the protection wheel, which absorbs into the purple dome. Starting from the outside, the 6 domes dissolve into one another and then into me. I dissolve into the wheel at my heart center. This wheel dissolves into the circle mantra, which dissolves into the tum. The tum disappears gradually into emptiness. From within emptiness, I reappear as Tara. At my forehead is an Om, at my throat is an Ah, and at my heart is a Hum. By this virtue may I swiftly accomplish white Tara. May all beings without exception be established at her level. When signs of untimely death appear, may Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel, appear clearly and prevent my death. As a result of merits obtained from the recitation and meditation on Tara, may all obstacles, interferences, and negative influences be pacified. May immortality be experienced. Just to see, hear, and remember you eliminates all signs of untimely death. Through all my successive lives, may I be protected by noble Tara and practice the sacred Dharma. And now we turn to the next sadhana, the green ornament for the wise, a praise of green Tara by Gyalwa Gendung Drup, the first Dalai Lama, dating from 1391 to 1479. This you can also find on the FAQs on the website under the FAQ section. To Arya Avalokiteshvara I bow down. Homage to the exalted Tara at whose lotus feet Vishnu, Brahma, Viryapati, Ganesh, Ishvara, Surya, and the other crown ornaments amongst the many gods most reverently offer worship. By the magical power of Avalokiteshvara's compassion, the knowledge, mercy, and strength of the Buddhas, past, present, and future, manifest in the form of the beautiful goddess of action. At the feet of Tara, who protects from poverty, I bow down. Upon a pure lotus and moon symbolizing knowledge and voidness, sits the emerald goddess having one face and 2 arms. Homage to she bounding with youth, whose right leg outstretched and left withdrawn, symbolizing wisdom and method conjoined. Her bulging breasts are a treasure of non-samsaric bliss. Her moon-like face smiles brightly, and her white, compassionate eyes gaze in serenity. Homage to the beautiful one of the rosewood forest. Homage to she whose delicate right hand, like a turquoise tree spreading its branches, stretches into the mudra of supreme generosity, as though inviting sages to a festival of supreme city. Homage to she whose left hand is in the mudra bestowing refuge, which symbolizing the 3 jewels seem to call out, O you who see 100 terrors, fear not, for I will quickly protect you. Homage to she whose hands were adorned with blue lotus flowers, acted as an inspiring whip, as though saying, be not attracted to some pleasures, but enter into the city of great liberation. Homage to she who can conquer the Lord of Death, for by Buddha Amitabha, he radiant as a ruby is she crowned. His hands in the meditation posture bear a bowl of ambrosia, to bestow the city of immortality. Homage to she adorned with ornaments that embody each and every beauty of celestial wish-fulfilling gems made by the craftsman merit and wisdom. Like an emerald mountain clothed in rainbows, the upper part of her body is draped in celestial silks, and a panchalika skirt hugs her thin, subtle waist. To her I bow down. And homage to the goddess at her right side, Maharishi, peaceful in countenance and emanating lights the color of the sun, and also to the goddess at her left, Ekajati, wrathful, lustful, radiant, and the color of the sky. Homage to she whose skies are filled with myriad of goddesses skilled in dance in the 6 types of song, who hold up countless offerings such as white umbrellas, peacock fans, string instruments, and flutes. The concerts of Vishnu, Indra, and Ishvara, and thousands of other enchanting immortal goddesses must compete in beauty merely with your servants. To the form of the exquisite goddess I bow down. From the vast billowing cloud of your compassion resounds a thunder of teaching sweet to hear, seizing disciples in a rain of 8 branches. To she wise in raining teachings I bow down. Ocean-like treasure of qualities who sees all things, who can describe you as you really are? for your unimpeded mind possesses 10 powers. To Shig, unto the end of knowledge, I bow down. Although having found peace, she is moved by compassion, and with arms and compassion quickly carries to peace the being sinking in an ocean of misery. To Shig, unto the end of compassion, I bow down. Her activities of pacifying, increasing, overpowering, and destroying, like tides of the ocean, pause not for a moment, but spontaneously roll on in an unbroken flow. To Shig, unto the end of action, I bow down. Merely by remembering her feet, one is protected from the terrifying agents and evil ghosts, and from terrors such as obstacles to liberation and omniscience. To Shig, unto the end of power, I bow down. Therefore, O worthy refuge, I beseech you, protect living beings from diseases, ghosts, demons, untimely death, nightmares, evil omens, and every cause of terror. Protect us from the terrifying lion pride, who dwells on the mountain of wrong views, and who is inflamed mentality, holding itself better than others, and yielding a claw to degrade the world. Protect us from the terrifying elephant ignorance, who is not tamed by the sharp hooks of mindful alertness, and who, from confusion caused by drinking the alcohol of sensual indulgence, leads us down the wrong path to the sharp fangs of pain. Protect us from the terrifying fires of anger, which incite the wind of improper mental activity, and amidst swirling smoke cloud of wrong actions, have power to burn down the forest of goodness. Protect us from the terrifying snake jealousy, who attached to its nest of ignorance is unable to bear seeing the wealth or prosperity of others, and instantly infects everything with poison. Protect us from the terrifying thief, wrong view, who creates the dreadful wilds of inferior discipline and the stark deserts of eternalism and nihilism, and destroys the towns of hermitages of virtue and joy. Protect us from the terrifying shackles of miserliness that hold us in a lock of attachment difficult to spring, and bind living beings helplessly in an unbearable prison of cyclical existence. Protect us from the terrifying waters of desire that carry us in a current of samsara so hard to ford, and that, conditioned by violent winds of karma, toss in waves of birth, sickness, old age, and death. Protect us from the terrifying ghost doubt, the malignant spirit who moves in the space of ignorance, attacking those with interest and ultimate aims, and disturbing the life of freedom. By the power of this praise and supplication to you, may conditions opposing dharmic practice be quelled, and may all conducive circumstances such as long life, merits, glory, and prosperity be produced. May all beings be cared for by Buddha Amitabha, and led to the pure land of Sukhavati, and without the hundredfold difficulty, may they quickly touch the ground of enlightenment. May I always remember my previous lives. May I never be separated from the enlightened attitude, and firmly as a river flows, may I persevere in seeking the vast ways of the Bodhisattvas, never hoping to benefit myself alone. Solely for others, may I absorb myself in the quest, and may I produce the conditions that actually benefit others, such as mystic vision, clairvoyance, skilled in teachings, and patience. May I never be faint in furthering through infinite fields the holy teachings of the victorious ones, and in order to constantly to fulfill the needs of living beings, may I quickly and easily gain the stage of a Buddha. This concludes this afternoon's prayers to Taras. Please join us again on Monday night with Venerable Khensa Rinpoche at 151 West 30th Street, 3rd floor, New York, New York at 7 o'clock. I hope to see everybody there. Thank you.